Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Gary, almost got this fixed. Sorry about the delay. Hello, can anyone hear me? Testing, testing. If you can, let me turn this music down because that's kind of getting in the way, I think. Okay, can you guys hear me okay? I think I've got it for now, so I'm not going to touch it, mess with it, or anything. Oh, the screen just went away. Let me try something. Okay, so you can hear me. That's good. Let me mute everything else so it doesn't get in the way. Yeah, issues, I tell you. Let me see if this is working here. Oh, 1 second, guys. I'm trying to fix one thing here. Almost done. Appreciate your patience and everything because this is getting repetitive. It's getting annoying because I hate when something doesn't go right. And technical issues is not fun. Let's see. Okay, that might be working. Screen. So I think I've got it down. Can you try something? Okay, I think I've got it now. So let me get this out of the way. All right, sorry about all that, guys. All right, so now I'm here. Now I can see. Let me get this thing out of the way. Jeez Louise, I tell you. Where is that? All right. So I'm trying to find one thing. Okay, so that's there. So let me try this. Okay, that's working. Okay, good. I think this is okay for now. So let's just move along here. Get rid of some things that are in the way. Where is that? All right. Whew. All right, how you guys doing? Sorry about the delay, guys. Sorry about that. That's annoying, but at least I got most of it out of the way. So let's see. Get all this situated. All right, so let me put some books on the table. So we'll just start off with seeing if there's anything you guys want to see in particular, so I don't just grab things blindly. So if you guys have anything you want to look at, just title-wise or characters, just let me know, because right now I'm just putting a whole bunch of books on the table just to get things going. But if there's anything you want to see in particular, I thought I had it already, but I didn't because of that. So let me get some light over here. Well, see if that doesn't get glare. Let me get that thing out of the way. Okay, so see what we got here. All right, so a comic with Bueller and Eric. How's it going, man? There's normally it's not this choppy, but I tried to add some extra stuff to it, and that's what happens. Fun times. Yeah. Can you hear any of the sound effects that I had going on? So, like, let's see. Except for the feedback. See if you can hear me still. So is it still squeaky or is it? Because I had my speaker on, that's why I turned it off, and so I don't know if it's still squeaky. So does it still sound okay? Now it's clear. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, because my phone had I turned the speaker on so I could hear myself, and that's where the squeak was, I guess. The main thing is I had all these sound effects. Now they actually work good. Giggity. So that's pretty cool. But I just can't hear them, which is all right. Yeah, I made a soundboard out of a DJ Novation touch panel, like it's for I guess DJs for soundboard stuff. But I added audio clips for each different button, so I can pick different things to go on to, just to keep it fun and interesting and all that good stuff. But sometimes when you try to do something a little more, it's you end up blowing it up. But hopefully, I didn't blow everything up. Let's see here. So, and the thing with let's see if I can see these messages. Oh, it's not working. Oh, wait. I got to try this test on Facebook to see if Facebook's going to carry through. So I guess that part does work. Cool. So now people, if they're on Facebook, they can interact with here also. So that's actually pretty cool. So I got that part working. I just have to close some of it so it doesn't keep repeating itself. But that being said and done, at least that's fixed. And let me pull this. Let me see if I can turn it on. So flame, there it is. Move that up so we can have more space. All right, so let me just, if anyone in particular is looking for anything, I don't know if there's anything you're looking for right now, Eric, or if there's oh, what happened to my screen? There it is. I tell you, man, this is adventure. Oh man, I'm losing it. Okay, so that being said, oh, I have two Facebooks open. There we go. Okay, I think this is going to do it before I mess with it anymore. Let me finish putting the books up. All right, so now that I can see an Omega Man, DC Superstars Magic, yeah, I've got quite a few. I'll put some of these more on the table so that I can see them better. Sure, you would like. So, yeah, I've got the DC Superstars Magic, and I also have the Secret Origins, which has the first hunters. And so there's that first hunters right there, and that's that magic one with signed by Joe Giella. Have a seat and just talk while I'm pursuing these two guys. Okay, so I'm moving out these just to kind of make room for a run of Avengers. I'll stop with the one I like most, which is that one. Okay. Is that what okay, so now I'm going to take Mr. Knockers and put them sit here. This one I don't have to. Start that. Alrighty then. I think that's going to do it for me. I can start here. All right. So that being said, all right. So which ones did you want to see? Take a look at, Eric. Your Mega Man one. Let me get this photo out here. I don't know why it keeps doing this. It wants to come up front. So there's the first. So make the first Robo. Your mitts. Dropping everything. So that's the number 3. in very high grade. That one, I would say it's solid near mint or better. I don't like to overshoot it, but it's pretty nice. Let's see what other ones. So these Superstar, Magic, and B. Instead of moving the table over to that's that one. That's signed by, I got it signed by Gail, who recently passed away. I'm sure you know about that. So that one's almost perfect. The only thing that's wrong with it is that got a slight uh, color bend or loss right there to the top right corner. That's the worst of it right there. Everything else is perfect. Actually, it does not do justice being in the bag, to be honest with you on that. Let me show you. This book is almost up to that. That's that one. And that one I had at initially, I had it 250, but today I put it at 225. If anyone's interested, I'll mark it there. And the rule of thumb I have is whoever asks gets the first dibs on it. So if you want that one, you're more than welcome to take it first. 225. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, it goes either way. Either they love signatures or people don't want them because they'd rather get it themselves. So that's the one drawback to some things like the other side. But yeah, I had that person sign when I met Yella. Yeah, I know a lot of times people just want the experience themselves, so they prefer to not get them signed. And funny thing was, when I first opened up the shop at the flea market, I, my first round of books that I went through was all the non-signed books. And then when I ran out of those, then I started bringing the signed ones. So that one's signed, but the first logo, that one is not signed. And then it's non-signed. Okay, the Miss Marvel one I sold yesterday, from the 70s. I have the regular Miss Marvel from the newer ones. They got a deal and a half. I might have another copy at home because I remember having two, but I don't have one. I don't have it with me. But I'll look if I do have it. I'll give you the first dibs on it when I find it. X Factor 6, Strange Academy. Let me see the X Factor 6. I know that one isn't quite great because I've got my issue. Oh, let's see where it is. All right. Sorry, I was trying to find another book that I brought because I was thinking about it. But here's the X Factor 6. This one's pretty high grade. This camera's getting on my last nerve. It keeps moving on me. There we go. So that's the number 6, which is pretty nice. Let's see what else here. Strange Academy 1. The Strange Academy is the second printing. It's not the first printing. I don't know if you're looking for just the first printings. So were you looking for first or second? Because I've got, yeah, I've got the second only, unfortunately. Let's see, the Omega Man. I know the X Factor's dropped in the last couple of years. It's changed a lot. It's always been up and down. It's not as good as it used to be, but let's see, X Factor. Six. I'll give you a combo price first, because that'll be the better deal, obviously. Let's see here. So let's see, the 6. That's actually gone back up a little bit, surprisingly. I just haven't been looking at it. A lot of people look every single day at their comics and what the price go with. If the prices went up, I don't do that until someone asks about them. Okay. So what other ones? And I'll pull them first. That way we can try to get them all on the table. And I'll write the price that it sells for, and then I'll just adjust it whenever we decide on what to get. That's what it's sold for. So that's not what I'm going to sell it for. Okay. Mega Man X, and then these X-Men, Dazzler, and Gambit. Okay. See, I just had them out. Shoot, I should have brought them here. Let's see. I just saw that one. Now to find the. I just saw the annual, and I was going to put it back in place, but I didn't. So I got to find it now. Let's see here. Let's see. I think it's going to be around here. Well, you would think it would be easy to spot because it's a thicker book. Well, let me try one more thing. Okay, I think it's in this box here. Looks familiar. Let's see. That's the only problem when you have so many books, and some of them get misplaced, moved out of order. Okay. Well, I think it's in this box. Oh, that's annoying. I can't find it. Did I put it on the table? Okay, well, no, I hear you. So the Dazzler, here's the Dazzler one. And on this one, I've had three, and they've all had the same issue. On the very top, it's got that little quarter-inch tear or whatever right there. I don't know if that's a manufacturer issue, but the three I've gotten, they've all had that. So I'm not sure. So that's why I marked it down to 2 because I had it at 3 initially, but I marked that one down to 2. Let's see here, and the X-Men Annual with the Gambit. Well, I'll do first the Omega Man. I had already priced. Let me see if it's changed in price because I had it a little higher than normal because it was a spec book. And let's see here. Do I have it right here? It's funny. Some of the books I grabbed happened to have the annual, and all the time I was looking for it, it was right there. Oh, great. That's hilarious. Okay, so at least I found it. All right, so for Mega Man. So the 3, let's see what it's going for now, because a while back it was insane. I don't want to overprice it if it's changed a little bit. Let's see here. Yeah, I believe the All-Star comics are signed. Okay, so it looks like the first Lobo.
It's going for about 250 right now, but that's not the price I'm going to do it. Obviously, I just want to mark it for what that way for reference. Let's see, where'd that marker go? All right, so this was what that was going for, what that was going for, that one, and let's see, yeah, the All-Star ones are signed, and then here's the annual I found, the Gambit first appearance cameo. I did find that one, so that's good. Let's take a look. And the Venom Lethal Protector, I've got. Are you looking at for the barcode, the one that's a newsstand? Because I do have the newsstand. It's actually really nice. I'll pull it out here in a sec. Okay, so it looks like the annual's going for 100, but let's see, just for reference. Okay, so move stuff out of the way so we can get a clearer picture of everything. So I'll put them up here to make it better. Okay, let's see. Get them all in the picture. Okay. And then see which one else we're looking for. The Lethal Protector. Put that out here. Yeah, pretty much all those are high grade except for like that little thing there, but I'm going to adjust them a little more for you either way. I just like to put the reference, the prices, just so I have them there. So if anybody else asks later. Okay, and the Lethal Protector is really nice. Actually, I just forgot about it. I didn't look at it in a while. Yeah, this one's pretty nice. Let me get on the other side so I can show it a little better. I'll catch the glare so it makes you can see it better. So let's see here. So on that. So what I can do, were you not really interested in the signed one, the DC Superstars of Magic, the one that's signed by Gela? just trying to get a feel for which ones we need to take off, just to get a couple of different options. Okay. All right, let me take that one out of the mix. And there was one I was going to see if you were interested in. I forgot to tell you about it last time. Oh, they're both signed. Right. Okay, this one's not. I don't know if you need if you're looking for a booster gold one, I also have that one too. That one's, it's probably a 9.4. Not a perfect book, but it's pretty nice. Newsstand also. And I'm going to put some of these other books up on that table. But the ones that are there, so I mean, let's see here. Was there anything else you were looking for? I don't know if you like Avengers, but I've got this Neil Adams cover, really, really sharp books. Probably one of the better copies I've seen. Number 96. I just got this in with a bunch of other Avenger issues, like number 55 and 58. So the first Ultron and then the first, then the second Vision. And those are probably about a BF, but the 96 is probably like near mint or near mint plus. But if you are interested in that, I can get you some numbers together, and then we'll see what if you decide on getting that, and we'll go from there. If not, that's, you know, we can take some other ones out. So if those were pretty much the ones you were interested in, the ones that are shown right now, those 5. So you got to do, yeah, I got those all. So what I can do, if you wanted to get all 5, I would do. So I'll get you a pretty good break. Hi, JJ Brooklyn 1. How's it going? All right, so let me add them up so I can see what it comes out to and then discount it for you. All right, so altogether like that, it came out to 770. But if you wanted to get the lot, for you, I would do them for 600. So I'd take another 170 off for the whole thing, which would give it a pretty big, drastic discount. Had the music going, but it's all my technical difficulties resulted in deciding to not play the music because it was taken away from the attention of the microphone. But let's see. Did make room for some folks. And I don't want to mess with the settings because I want to hear to make sure it's coming through, but at the same time, I don't want to mess with it and then break it. Eric, I don't know if did you hear me on the price for the lot? I'm not sure if you were back in the room because I saw you left and came back, so I wasn't sure if you were back in. But so on those, let's just make a noise for it. Let's see if I can put something in. No worries, man. Let's see here. Let's put some of these over. Put them back in the mix just so I can get a little variety on the table. Let's see here. And I'll put these on the board because they're priced now. Move some of these. So as far as unsigned books, what else are you mainly stick to like the like bronze or copper and not necessarily the moderns as much, or modern books as much, or 'cause I've got a couple of moderns that are pretty good, but you know, some people don't like them, but some are decent. See, the one I was going to talk about is Punisher War Machine one, the first full appearance, not the 218, but the 219. You know, I don't know if you need any of the later Uncanny X-Men, like in the, see what the run, like in the 150s and up, because I did get a decent sized batch on those, and there's a couple of nice ones in there. I don't know if like the, which one was it? Two, not the Mr. Sinister, but the one right afterwards, the 222. Really nice shape. But that all depends. If you don't like the newer books as much, then probably not nice shape would matter much. I'm trying to think what other books I have that aren't signed that you might like. The drawback: signed books get sometimes no respect. But it's because some people don't like them, and that's understandable. Trying to think here. Do you like the Avengers issues or not so much? I do have those other ones I was telling you about, the right here, 55, 58. So that's the first Ultron. And 58, the origin of Vision, or second appearance. And then this other one's not really a key, but it's a nice piece. Well, actually, I just saw it's probably mid-grade, but the ones that are nice is the 61 and the 96, and then I have the 10 think 102 or 101. Let's see if anybody's Facebooking, so I can see how that get that working over here because it's should be.
Biggity.
Oh, that's there.
What's up?
Let's see. I'm gonna take a little break because I'm gonna try to get this headset fixed where I can actually hear in the because I can't hear anything right now. But I will be right back. And
What the?
Hey guys, can you hear me? Testing. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this is working. I think it's working. We'll see. Let's see. We're testing, testing. That did work, so that's good. I just can't hear the background noise on here. I'm only hearing myself, and that's getting frustrating. Huh. Try one more thing. Hold on.
I know I haven't called you. It's been a few months since I tried to. Maybe I'm scared. I'll say the wrong thing. My apartment's been shaking from the weight of the heart that's breaking. Pretend I don't care. It's killing me. This time you should know I always waiting for you.
know it ain't my business. I'm the one who asked for the distance. Are you home? Are you alright? And maybe you will judge me if I said that I hope you still love me. Feels like you don't. I'm scared that I'll be saying happy every so. You just a thought of it.
Oh, this time you've been thinking I moved on, but you should know I waited for you. Even when I tried, I'm always waiting for you. Always waiting for you. Oh, this time you've been thinking I moved on, but you should know I waited for you. Even tried to come you know you should. I'm always waiting for you. I'm always waiting for you. You should know. And there's no hiding, no chance concealing. Deep down, I felt you. I regret for losing the one me who I can go back to. Walking through walls, I'm
perfect cocktail to pair with.
So I don't know if you can hear me yet. I think so, but it's kind of squeaking. I'm trying to get this background noise taken care of. Let's see. So, Batman, how's it going? What would you like to see today? Lots of feedback? Okay, let me try something else then. Is it still there? Because I changed something. Let me see. Try one more thing because it's still giving feedback. Let me see what's running in the background here. So is this sound any better? Well, I disabled one thing for the audio because it looks like two things were running. Huh. Is it still doing it right now? Because I should have. Oh, wait. I know what it is. It's set to listen. Ah. Yeah, it's the microphone settings. Let me adjust that real quick. I know exactly what's doing it. Oh, so it's fixed? Because tell me if this. Okay, cool. Well, that's good. Yeah, I was having some technical issues today, and I got it fixed a little bit because the feature I was working to get done, it's working good. It's getting the Facebook to appear on the stream. That way, whether I'm streaming there or somewhere else, I can still have people on Facebook interacting, so they don't, not left out or anything. So at least that part's working really good. And it sounds like the music is going in the background. Yeah, because, granted, I'm trying to do more live streams, but at the same time, I know people don't like leaving a way they're used to checking things out. So, like, if someone's used to looking on Facebook, the last thing we want to do is go to a different URL to see things, and it's trying to make it more convenient for everybody. And I figure this way I can do that and still interact with Facebook instead of just not being able to do so, except separate events. So yeah, I was setting up this table with a bunch of books, and then I don't know where the time goes, but I ran out of time because I was trying to get pricing on everything, and I got pricing on just a couple of things. Is ridiculous. But that's how it works sometimes. When you try to plan ahead, you end up falling short. But at least I got some of it done. And I got to get out of the habit of putting my phone down all the time. But did you see this table that I had made before for my display stuff? Yeah, and I thought I had plenty of time. I mean, I was just started at like 10 in the morning, and then I ended up having to take my dad to the doctor appointment, and the time flew from there. And this thing's, and I'm a perfectionist when it comes to attention to detail, and that's one thing I always have to make sure things aren't getting in the way when I'm trying to get it clean looking like that. Yeah, I like the view I put over there so you can see it at a distance, and you can minus all the junk down here. Floor is normally clean, but I'm trying to do pricing at the same time. There you go, that's better. So were you looking for anything this time go around, or were you kind of just kind of window shopping? I think I might rig this table to actually like on a remote, so then that way I can just press a button and have it spin and then stop it wherever I want instead of having to manually do so. That'd be pretty cool, but you know, I got plenty of things I need to focus on first, then add another project to my agenda. Well, I hear you, man. I've been hearing that a lot, and you know that's the economy the way it is right now. I've seen so many people having to start selling their collections. The cool thing is I did add the soundboard on this, which is actually pretty cool. Let's see here. Might like this one. Yeah, anytime I have, because I mainly use the soundboard stuff whenever the auctions, because that's when people kind of fight against each other to get something. And it's kind of funny with whenever that comes into play on the auctions, I'm doing that. It kind of makes it funny.
I'd buy that for $1.
So do you mainly stick to Star Wars for the most part, or just pretty much anything that catches your eye, like some newer stuff that might be trending? Or because I did pick, I don't know if you're a fan of the Avengers, but I did pick up a good batch of Avengers. A couple of Neil Adams issues, the covers, and then some later, and a couple of early issues, like number 55 and 58 right there. And then 60, 61. My favorite is this one though, right there, 96. Neil Adams cover, and it's a near mint plus almost, I think. But yeah, I put a bunch of different books out. I was gonna price them all, and I only got through the Marvel team ups. Yeah, it adds up really quick, really quick. Understand that big time. One book that's been kind of going crazy lately is the first Power Girl. So I think it's up to $500 now. And it doesn't help that I got it signed and it's in nice shape. So it's kind of like, normally it's like $500, but I'm putting it for $400 just because the economy is pretty bad. And I know that's a book that kind of needs a little push. But it's a nice copy. Check out that one. That's about a near mint, maybe near mint minus if you're pushing the envelope. Yeah, I just started streaming here, so it's kind of still working out the kinks and trying to get it all uniform, and kind of hard to plan when you gotta. I do the shop on the weekends, and then I'm trying to stream on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Doesn't really leave much time to go promoting the streams, so it's kind of like most of the stream is based on people who you bring in, and obviously if you don't have the time to promote it, it's kind of difficult to really have people come in. So it's a matter of trying to find that fine line of how many times to stream, where to chat to promote it, and just keep it all where it's not overwhelming, because I still have to take care of my dad and do all the other stuff that goes along with trying to get all this situated. And buy books at the same time, and organize and press and all that good stuff. And the tax season didn't help, because I had to do that a little later than I would like, because they messed up my last year one, and I had to wait till they fixed it. Yeah, that one's a really cool one, but the one I like the most is right underneath it. Where'd it go? Wait. When I put it up on the wall, so let me show you with the where is my thing here? Can you hear me now, or is it still lost? Let's see. Testing. I heard it, but did you? Yeah, time is the enemy. So let me show you this book. This is the one I like. Look at the left side. That number 1. That's coming up, the magic one. I love this R2 camera I made, because look how close it can do. It can zoom in. How's that for clarity? That's her first solo, and I got it signed by Joe Giella, and he passed away. So now it's kind of like, it's one of the tough to find books, first because it's a black cover, and then her first solo, and then Joe Giella's signature. But yeah, I like the way I put it with that camera. It's like so much easier to, if I was to get it all situated properly, because I could just go down the row and zoom in, and you don't lose any quality. If anything, you can see very clearly. I had to adjust the color settings because the camera is normally not as vivid, but I think it did an okay job. And this way I can just kind of stay back here and just use the wall to zoom in on the different books I put up there. And that way it's a lot, because that camera, the thing is cool. It's I turned the security camera. It's a speed dome camera, a Sony Apella speed dome camera, and I turned it into an R2D2. And he's actually my security guard at the shop normally when I don't, let's see here, let me show you on this one. So the center camera, check this out. As I move this one out. So this is the R2. So he's my little guard, and pretty much let's see here. I put an autopilot, actually. Funny, when you zoom in, you can see his lens. Oh. Where'd it go? See why this thing's not moving. Oh, duh. Let me get this mouse. The drawback of having one camera that doesn't work right, and then you have the cool one because you want to use the cool one, but let's see, where is this? So it's pretty cool. Just it's a regular speed dome camera that would be hanging upside down if you were to store, and I just flipped it right side up, and painted it to look like an R2-D2. So it comes in handy at the shop. And then I could set presets location, so if I wanted to do where it automatically zooms in on one, and then go to certain sections of it. So it's pretty cool. And I got the camera for free, and it's like a $2,700 speed dome camera. So I kind of had fun with it. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I like little projects like that. There's one, I don't know if you saw the Venom that I have on the floor that I had at the shop, but the kids kept messing with it, so I had to take it away because they messed with it, and I have to rebuild it a little bit. Let's see if you can see it. There's some of it. Let's zoom out a little bit. Oh, his leg's in the way. You can kind of see him. Yeah, so he's actually, the Venom, his head is made out of a drive-in theater speaker. So I actually had hooked him up as my speaker for a while. You know, things you do when you get bored or that you think of ideas, and I just have too much fun with it sometimes. Eventually, oh, thanks. Yeah, and I'm trying to fix this Yoda I made because he's in the repair shop because I had the lightsaber being the thing that powered up when it touched his hands, and it still did, but you know, things started messing up, so I had to take it apart, and I just got frustrated and stopped working with it. But yeah, I do a lot of different stuff like that. Because then I do all this soundboard stuff like, let's see. So that's, I'm trying to see where I can hear the background music, but because whenever I do a soundboard clip, I could only hear it if I am a third party listening in, because for some reason it's not coming through to my speakers when it should be. I'll eventually figure it out so I can have it all working the way I want. Right now, it's not doing what I want it to do. I think I just messed it up too. Okay, that's still working. Yeah, I understand that. I do that a bit too. I got into the habit of not buying big lots because that really puts me behind. And, I can't buy the bigger books that I was looking at. I just missed out on a Tomb of Dracula of 1 through 79, I think it was. Then had the first Blade also, and they were all in really nice shape, but I didn't have the resources to bid against who was trying to get it, and I didn't. It only went for like 1,500, but it's the kind of thing where they don't do payments and all that, so it's like I had just got myself into getting all these other books, so I try to use my budget up. Yeah, it happens like that really easy. Definitely happens like that a lot. I know I bought this big lot of Avengers books. Granted, it was 193 books, but it was a pretty penny, and it had a whole bunch of the Bronze Age books, like from number 101, those issues up to like the 150s. The pretty complete run. And those books on average now they're going for about $50 a pop. So it's like, okay, it was worth getting, but now I'm in a holding pattern, so I don't want to buy too much more because I've been buying by the long box, and that's kind of getting a little out of hand. But yeah, and then trying to stream on here goes good, but until I run into a whole bunch of technical issues that usually end up the last 5 minutes before I go live. And it starts like everything. Last week was horrible. My computer kept crashing, blue screen and everything right before I went live. It was horrible. Slab books. See, I don't get into slab books just because if I was to buy them, I really can't discount them when I sell them. So I don't like, now if I was to keep them, I'd be keeping everything. So I can't do that either. Well, before I started selling the comics, I was hoarding so much. I would never sell one book. I would always keep all of them. And then when I decided to sell, I had to sell them all because if I keep one, I'll start keeping them all. So that's why it's like, okay, I'll just keep doing it at the shop, and that way I can get stuff taken care of and not hold on to them all and never, because you got to pay the bills, and how can you pay the bills if you're not? That's the only job you're doing, and you're not selling them because you're keeping them. So I was going to say 145 years. Goes, so you're a vampire. Yeah, I think I took a break of buying books when I was in college, but that was just past the 90s, so I didn't miss much. But I wish I would have, when I was buying in the 80s, I wish I would have picked up a lot of the first appearances from the 70s, like Wolverine and all that. Oh, I hear you, man. I wish I could clone myself because I'd put everyone to work except for me.
Excellent.
Yeah, I guess the one thing on this streaming I need to figure out is now that I have all the sound clips and everything working, I need to be able to listen so I can hear when they go off and when they don't go off. You know, things like
Bueller,
this.
Bueller, Bueller.
He's sick.
So that's one thing
My
I
best
can't hear
friend's
usually.
sister's
I
boyfriend's
could,
brother's
but for some
girlfriend
reason
heard
I'm
from
not
this
able to.
guy who knows this kid is going with the girl who saw Ferris pass out at 31 Flavors last night. I guess it's pretty
Oh man, I
serious.
tell you, I already told myself if I ever lost everything in a fire, I would be out of the hobby. I would not buy anything anymore because that'd be like trying to. I couldn't do that. It would just be too difficult. Because then I see all the books that I used to have, and when I almost got out of comics, I was down to 3 boxes, and I was wholesaling them to another dealer, and then he ended up backing out, and this was a local guy, and so I said, okay, so I started buying again, and within 5 years, I was back up to 100 long boxes. So I'm like, okay, I got to stop this. So I started the shop, and now I'm at 200 long boxes. But it's a lot of, you know, mid-level books and just maybe some 5 of the short black boxes with the bigger books that I have here for the most part. Oh, that's pretty nice. I used to have Golden Age and Silver Age, but as soon as I sold them, I couldn't buy them again at the price I wanted to, so I never restocked them. Like I had a whole bunch of Amazing Spider-Man from like, and this was stuff I bought when I was in high school because I was going to shows back then, from like I think Spider-Man number 7 up till like in the 30s, and I got like the 50. I had them. I pretty much had all the big books, and then once I sold them, I couldn't really replace them for, you know, a decent amount of without getting overboard in price. So I just really just stopped buying, looking for the big books unless they fell into my lap. That's pretty cool. You have those. Yeah, I'm sure that would be a hard time replacing those. I can imagine. But I think, yeah, today I'm going to probably call it a night early just because it started with too many technical issues and I need to get stuff done as far as shipping stuff that I need to send out because I need to catch up on my shipping because I fell behind on stuff. And I don't want to be that guy that you have to remind to ship your books. And then sometime during the week, I think I'm gonna try to fix this streaming thing so then it works out like I'd like and not have any. I'm trying to make it like the Rolls Royce of streams by adding all these features to it when I haven't even gotten the basics down. Well, it was cool chatting with you, man. Always good seeing you. And take care. And yeah, keep stopping by, even if it's just to say hi. It's cool. And you know, if you ever need anything, you need me to hold something, I don't mind doing that. Once you're all caught up with stuff, if there's something that you've had a hard time finding, I don't want you to miss out on it. So, well, appreciate it. All right, man. Well, you have a good evening, and I will holler at you later. And once I can figure out all this down packed, I will get everything on a regular schedule, and then I could do all the cool stuff. Like, let's see here, all these things. Where are all these little? I got to get familiar with all these buttons I put here, like this. Let's see here.
Run.
You would be amazed at some of the sound chips I have in some of the others. Like, how about
Ladies and gentlemen, you're such a
this is
wonderful
my
crowd.
my end of
We'd
the
like
night
to play a
song
little tune
when
for
I
you.
closing the
It's
stream.
one of my personal favorites. And I'd like to dedicate it to a young man who doesn't think he's seen anything good today. Cameron Fry, this one's for you.
All right, man. Well, you have a good evening, and I'll see you later. Take care. Give me a
What are
finger.
you doing?
Thank you
Good chat, man. Take care.
for all the